Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Smith going to look to throw right away.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The Raiders at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Running right through him. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and 4.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
11 MT,
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
11.
Another try for Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
With career touchdown number 75.
and the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And some room to work. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. These two teams all tied after 1.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
They'll try the air now with Smith.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Smith into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's J.J. Watt, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Bengals 21, Raiders 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hustle.
They'll run right here with Jacobs.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
12.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
1st down, here's Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A handoff running left, Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive on plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1-1, ready?
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
empty.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
The kick is good.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Cooks will come in motion right.
Mustang 19.
Throwing on second down. Smith. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Geno. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this doesn't quite work out as well as planned. They'll forfeit a few yards as he's tackled just past the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
11 empty.
They go play action with Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
11. 12.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. It's a kickoff return score on a squib kick. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Ready! 70,
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Ready!
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jacobs going to try the middle. And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11. They got to go.
Now Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
Here we go.
On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
12.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11. 11 MT. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Burrow on play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
Here we go. 12.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
As large as been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now we're going to start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Mixon again, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, he has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Let's go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The tight end in motion right.
Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20.
Okay, ready?
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. From the red zone now, Smith.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
11.
Burrow will throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1, ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11.
Now Burrow.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
To throw again on second down. Smith. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Out of the gun, Smith.
And this one too low. At this point, down big. You'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left.
And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
154 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Cincinnati, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.